Senator Bernie Sanders joins the United Auto Workers' call for Stellantis to keep its promise in Belvidere, putting the assembly plant front and center as an election issue. A room of red shirts returned to Belvidere's United Auto Workers Hall. WIFR's Nathaniel Langley finds how union leaders and their special guest say the closed plant is part of a larger political issue.
Senator Bernie Sanders believes his role as Senate Chair for the Labor Committee makes him responsible for protecting workers. That includes saving the Belvidere plant and those like it across the country.
Love you too.
Feeling the burn in Belvidere. United Auto Workers and supporters meet Senator Bernie Sanders in the local union hall.
It means a lot to us that people like Shawn Fain and former presidential candidate Bernie Sanders are coming out to help.
John Mann wants answers as the Stellantis assembly plant sits empty. The automaker delays its $4 billion reopening, citing market conditions.
This is a company that can and must keep its promise to the workers and reopen this plant in Belvidere.
The union leader argues free trade deals let companies like Stellantis leave America behind.
I never in my life thought I would hear a president of this country say we cannot compete with somebody else. We built this industry.
Keep these jobs here. That's the main thing. You got to keep the jobs and the plant open.
An agreement with Mexico and Canada is up for renegotiations in 2026. Some worry a deal ignoring domestic manufacturing jeopardizes the local plant.
Our CEO is looking to build everything outside this country because there's no penalty for not building anything here.
Even with campaign talk, the theme is solidarity between the working class.
We're not the CEOs, but they can't do anything without our work.
Local President Matt Franzen adds a strike remains a possibility for workers to pressure Stellantis. He says it'll be a surprise when the local votes on that option.
Stellantis denies following through on its Belvidere commitment. The Chrysler parent company states it abides by the agreement reached in 2023.